Hi, this is Barrett from Rhinestone Alphabets, and I thought it would be kind of fun to show you how I would go about setting up a design for Lacrosse. And this particular design is on my website, and when you purchase it, it comes in a download that will include these items right here, and they're all sized and ready to go, depending on what size stones you're going to use. Now, what I'm going to do first is go ahead and ungroup this design. Once I have it, in this case I have it in Corel, and then I'm going to eliminate the ones I don't need, and I'm going to eliminate that. I don't need that. And for the sake of the video here, I'm going to eliminate all these lines here. And then we're going to put this aside because this is how it's going to be sent to the cutter eventually. Now, and this will be just kind of show you what the mock-up is going to look like. I'm going to put that over here. All right, so I have 3 different lacrosse words in 3 different fonts, and I'm going to show you how all of them would look with this design. So the first one I have is the double block small, and this particular font has an upper and lowercase letter. So this is the uppercase, and obviously lowercase would look like this. But we're going to use the uppercase in this case. And let's just go ahead and open up the Rhinestone Alphabet StoneSizer. And what this does in Corel is it takes the design, the TrueType font, and it sizes it however you choose. So I'm going to size it for an SS10 stone. I'm going to move it a little bit away from this other stuff, and I'm going to press the resize button, and that will size this design perfectly. And it's also going to give you an idea of how big the word will be. So this particular design ends up being 8.5 inches, which is a great size for a shirt. So let's just pick this design up over here. I'm going to do one more thing to this. I want to add a little curve to this word. So I'm going to go into my envelope tool. I'm going to group this, and I'm going to add a little bit of a curve to this design. And by doing that, it's going to kind of finish it off. Alright, so I'm going to put that right here. Now, remember, since I did that manipulation, all those circles are slightly off. So let's go back into the Rhinestone StoneSizer, and we're going to do a replacement of all those circles to make sure that we've got the right size for cutting. Now, once this is completed, you're going to see it's pretty much ready to go. I am going to just add a color to that to add a little bit so you can see what we're looking at here. So there's the first one. And the second one we're going to do is called the double block small font. And this is a combo font, I should say. So it's similar to this font. However, this has the all capital letters and then an outline. So let's go ahead and grab this, and we're going to duplicate this. Now, we need to change the second layer to the lowercase letters. So we go into text, change the case, and you're going to move it into lowercase. And then the last thing you're going to do, of course, is it's going to be sized for SS10 stones. So let's go ahead and resize it. And if you remember, don't put the 2 together because that will kind of make them one. When you're doing the resize of this entire 2 fonts, as long as you keep them separate, you're good to go. They're going to end up both being done at the same time. So again, this design in its completion is 11 inches. Now, one more piece of advice here. If that is too big for you, but you know that the you don't want to change, you don't want to make the letters any smaller because you don't want to change the size of the stones any. I'm going to give you one more little hint here. So let's just move this in so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. What you can do, and I do this all the time with this font when working with teams, I will move those letters in. Once I have it ready to go, I'm going to move the letters in a little bit closer together, and what that's going to do is really significantly decrease the size of this design. So that will be the second font. Now the third one is the double line athletic, and this one you're going to see, I'm going to press resize, and you're going to see right away that it's way too big. But let's say you really like the layout of those letters. I'm going to show you how to work with this. You can see it working. Okay, so now it's done. It's 11.8 inches, which obviously is too big for your shirt. So the first thing I would do is say, okay, I really want this to be, let's say 9.2 inches at the most. But now I have to resize those stones because obviously they got smaller on me. And so I'm going to replace that with the SS10 stones again, and you're going to watch and see that it's going to make them way too close together because this font was really not made to go that little. So once you see this little machine finish it up, I'm going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to show you a trick. So you can see that these stones are way too close to send to a cutter. So the last thing that I would do on this is I would change the stone size to an SS6, and I honestly think that that's going to work, but let's check and see. So again, this font is workable, but you need to go to a smaller size stone, and then it's going to be a great size for a shirt. Now this particular word, if I were to put this with that same design as down here, let's move that up here. Again, I would probably want to add an arch to that. So let's go to the envelope tool again and put a little arch in that design. And then do a stone replacer again on that. And that's going to make sure all these little circles are the right size. And I hope this helps you to see that the fonts are versatile to a certain extent. You can work with them depending on your size stone you're working with. And sometimes it just takes a little creativity to change the design slightly, and it becomes a very workable design. So if you chose this particular font, your final design is going to end up being a nice 9 by 6 inches. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out the StoneSizer at rhinestonealphabets.com.